G'day ladies, Nat Carter, personal trainer and fitness expert from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com. Well, okay, so I had a lady come to me and she has a wedding to attend, not her own, in July, which is from now only like about 8 weeks away. Like I haven't even done the maths, but this sounds about right. And she tried on a dress and she loves it. And, but she's just feeling a bit kind of lumpy and bumpy in the middle. And she wanted to know what was going to be the quickest thing that she could do to really kind of flatten the belly and just smooth it all out a little bit. And we started talking about compression, like the Spanx and the everything. And like, let's be honest, who the fuck wants to wear all of that tight sausage stuff underneath? Like, been there, done that. It's not fun. It's not comfortable. And don't get me wrong, you either get the big sausage roll up the top or you get your ass hanging out, your thigh hanging out. Look, we can deal with the smoothing over, but I think sometimes if we can just turn up our exercise a little bit or change it around so we get better results, I'm kind of down with that a little bit more. I'm happy to put in the effort, and she definitely was. So let me walk you through it. Doing already quite a lot of exercise, so let's say 5 days a week cycling, and that would be at least, like, we're covering over 100 Ks. When I say we, I mean her. 100 Ks, personal training session, and what else? Oh, walking, like does not have a car, so walks all the time. So very, very active, right? And also older, not 20, okay? So my advice, and the advice that I would give most people, is to think about, so what she had was quite a lot of steady state cardio going on. And I thought that, I actually thought she wasn't doing that much. So it's all about asking the questions. You cannot make recommendations based on nothing. So I think a lot of the time people say, oh, well, you should do this and you should do this. People don't even ask what the person's doing in the beginning. It's kind of like your diet. How do you know what to change unless you ask the question? So that's where I started first. I did a little bit of a kind of lifestyle screen. We talked about her food. Her food was very wholesome. She grows a lot of her stuff as well too. So that was cool. No bickies and stuff like that in the house. We got to the wine section, and that was really a no. She was quite firm that it was like a no-go zone in terms of changing it. It's her time that she has with her partner, and I so got that, because if someone came into my house and said, I'm taking that bottle of wine away every week, I don't know, I could do it for so long, but you've always just got to know what the things that you're prepared to give, and the things that you aren't prepared to give on. So yeah, we assessed that the alcohol wasn't going to change too much, but I also think it's a process that once you kind of question how much you're having, you maybe subconsciously start to decrease more. So I don't like to push people on things like that. They can, and you might be sitting there judging, saying, yeah, Amy, you're a trainer. Look, love, I've been a trainer for 15 years. I haven't been a trainer for a week or a year. I'm a little bit more in touch with the real world and how people really want to live their life. I don't want someone to just do something for a short amount of time and then hate it and then never go back to it and have really had a bad experience. So it's all about creating things that you can keep as a long-term solution, and dieting and things like that is not ever anything that's long-term, hence why diets don't work. So anyway, back to my lady. So we talked about her diet, we talked about the lifestyle things that she wasn't prepared to give up. So in my head as the trainer, I'm thinking, okay, I just need to find the bit of the something that I can change, that I can have the impact to change. Obviously she's got to do the work, but we've got to kind of tease it out of where it can come from. So then we got on to the exercise component. And so, you know, we started to realize that there was a lot of slow, steady state where the intensity was quite, medium. Just like, meh, yeah, I can do this. I do this all the time. And whilst a 100K bike ride a week and walking everywhere might sound a lot to you, it's not to her. That's just what she does. So I made the recommendation that perhaps to try to increase the intensity of what she was doing by adding interval training and decreasing the amount of time that she was doing it for, that she would really help to kind of get that little kind of excess body fat that's lying on the tummy, which we know that high intensity exercise is really, really good for. And that was when we kind of just went, yeah, we can come to this we can come to this conclusion together that will be the best way to do it. If she would have come to me and said, oh, totally, I can give up the booze and I can do this and I can do that, that's the path that we would have gone down. You don't always have to do everything. You don't always have to do 50,000 hours of exercise and cut every food group out of your diet. You just need to play around with the things that's going to work the best. And like, I'm maybe even going to contradict myself here, because I know I've probably said in the past that you need to do this. However, just say you gave up the drinking, like you can still have a couple, but you're not boozing hard. If you did that and really stuck to it, is that not better than doing more exercise that you might not stick to forever and ever? You see where I'm going with this? It's not always about, because I kind of forgot a thing. Because look, when you make changes to your diet, it's a lot easier and quicker. I think you get results quicker where you make the changes from the diet. If you just rely on exercise, it doesn't always, you end up kind of chasing your tail a bit. But it would really depend on the person in the situation. It's very person orientated in this situation. So anyway, we came to the solution. Too many S's. We came to the solution of increasing the intensity, so adding more kind of high intensity intervals, like a Tabata kind of round that she's going to do on her own. When she takes her bike out, she's going to do some longer intervals. And we were like, yes, that's a really great idea. So, she's only got about 8 weeks that she needs to fill in and change this, but I think that's going to be enough of a change for her to, we're not talking about supermodel status, walking into the room like, hi, I'm insert model name here. We're just talking about feeling confident and fresh and, head held high and just going, yeah, I look pretty cool right now. I look good. I feel good. And I don't have friggin', 2 layers of Spanx on that I can't kind of breathe in. So I hope that you have taken something from that, because you might be in the same boat where you're kind of feeling like maybe you need to increase your intensity of your program, but you just needed a little bit of a kick in the butt to do it. My advice is just try it. Just try a couple of sessions. Remember, when you're going to increase your intensity, you need to decrease your time, or it's a good way to do it, because you're going to be working more intensely, harder. Go for a shorter amount of time. I also love timers and Gym Bossy apps and Tabata apps and things like that on the phone, because you can have them very close to you while you're working out, and you can press and beep, and it just makes it more a little bit more focused, and you will. I think from the clients that I've spoken to, and even myself, when I speak to myself, it just makes the workout easier to get through. You know how many rounds you've got to do. I know with the girls, like with my outdoor group, that when the timer's on, that's when we're working. Timer's off, we can rest, drink, have a chit chat. Sometimes we have a chit chat when we're working out, but that's beside the point. I'm a fan of timers. I think it keeps us a little bit keeps us motivated and honest. So they are my tips, and we'll talk real soon. I'm Nat Carter from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com. See ya.